Life can bring us storms. Those moments where we wander, wonder, doubt. The journey doesn't stop, but the progress does. It can be lonely, painful. Sometimes we try to stare it down, as if we could somehow will it to go away. Or we think we can go toe-to-toe and come out the other side, unscathed. We often forget just how small we are. The truth is, storms are inevitable. But when they appear, we have a protector, a savior who knows a thing or two about calming storms. A God who is a stronghold in times of trouble. In our weakness, He is strong. In our fear, He is courage. In our desperation, He is peace. Yes, storms are inevitable. But our God is invincible.
Hey everyone, this is Coach Linda, and I am here with 100 Days of Purpose. Can you say 100 Days of Purpose? Today we're going to be talking about how to be strategic in our planning and how to bring about the vision that we talked about yesterday. How to, now that you have vision, now that you can see yourself, now that you can see your future, now that you have some idea of what that looks like, now we need to be strategic in our planning. And that means setting goals and having timelines. And, I always use the SMART model. Your goals need to be specific. They need to be specific. They need to be specific. That means you've got to say it exactly the way you want it to happen. You can't just say, I want to lose weight. You have to say, I want to lose 30 pounds, and not just lose 30 pounds, but I want to lose 30 pounds in a year. I want to lose 30 pounds a year from today. I want to, and put time frames on there. So you got to have goals, you got to have timelines, and you got to have action steps. And once you set your goal, then you got to make an action plan, and those are your action steps. When I talk about my transitional questions, I talk about, what is my pain? What is the resolution? Why am I stuck? What's the process? And then the last one is, what's my first step? Why? Because you have to take that initial step. You got to take the first step, then the next step, then the next step, into the next step, until you get to the point where you are achieving the goals that you have set for yourselves. And when you start to achieve those goals, you start to feel the accomplishment. You start to see that what you thought was impossible really is possible. And what you felt couldn't be done if you strategically plan it can be done. And so there is a whole lot to this. And I think when I say be strategic, intentional, and on purpose, people say, well, okay, well, what does that really mean? And so today I kind of want to break down the strategic part of it. Why I say be strategic, because there are certain decisions and certain things that you have got to set in place. And if you don't set them in place, if you don't put the boundaries in place, if you don't choose wisely, what you're going to end up is with failure. And again, when you fail, you just get up, you dust yourself off, and you know that's not the way you want to do it. You want to go a different route. So you don't give up, but if you strategically plan something, there should be less falling on your face than there is achieving your goal. I'm going to say that again. If you strategically plan, if you choose wisely, there's going to be less falling on your face, but more achieving of goals. And so you have got to think this thing through. It can't be haphazard. It can't be something that you're saying, oh, well, I'm thinking about doing this, and there's no clarity. When you start to strategically plan, the plan becomes very clear. Your mind becomes unfoggy, and your worries, your doubts, your frustrations begin to fall away. It's kind of like the old hymnal that we used to sing, turn your eyes to Jesus, look full in his wonderful face, and the things of this world will grow strangely dim at the light of his glory and grace. It's when you are focused on what it is that you want to do, when you are focused and you are strategically planning and you are being intentional and you are being purpose driven and you're driving purpose, you start to see that the foolishness, the drama, the worry, the doubt, the frustration, the fret, all of that stuff begins to fall away, and you become very clear. How do you manifest your dreams in your life? How do you manifest your vision in your life? Number one, you got to be clear. And number two, you got to trust the process. Okay, in no particular order. I'm not saying one is clarity and two is, it's just two things that you got to have. You got to be clear, and you've got to understand and trust the process, and you've got to be willing to go through the process. I talked about the pain of transformation. I talked about it because I wanted you to know that when you are being transformed, when you are being renewed, when you are becoming new, there is a process, and that process is pressure, it's pruning, it's oh my Lord, I can't even think of the words. It's just, there's pain attached to it, right? It's not easy. And people want things to be easy, but when you really are going after your dream, I don't know any NFL player, any NBA player, any hockey player, um, any professional baseball player, anytime any star that is a movie star or a singer, there are more people that can sing and are very talented in acting, but they are not the star. They are not the famous ones. They are pushing and they're trying to get there, but there's a handful that actually make it. And that handful make it because, and I heard Terrence Howard say this some years ago. I watched a video where he was talking about his passion. Actually, I think it was a couple of years ago. He was talking about his passion, and he was talking about the flower of life. And I didn't know that he was so into researching this. And I mean, the man is just gifted, talented, and but one thing why I brought that up is not to talk about that, but I brought it up to talk about in there he was talking about this, understanding the flower of life, and all of that, and how the world is not a straight line, it's curved. Everything in the universe is curved. And I mean, if you haven't do go in and look up Terrence Howard and um the flower, or the flower of life, I think that's what it's called. But look for that. He was in Oxford at the university, and he was talking to a class of people, young minds that are trying to um push the envelope. And so he was talking to them, and they were giving him a lot of pushback on his theories and on his ideologies. But one of the questions that came up is what I want to bring out here. And the man said, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I have family that is trying to break into the the entertainment industry. And Terrence Howard said that they were going to have to do that. It's breaking into it because the way it's set up is that people don't want you to succeed in the manner in which you want to succeed. And he was talking about you have to be aggressive in what it is that you do. And when he was saying that, although I never wanted to be a movie star or a singer or anything like that, not saying that I don't think I have the talent for it, but I'm just saying that was never an aspiration of mine. I've been in plays, I've been in church plays, I've been, in church fashion shows as a model, and people tell me I got the facial structure for it and this, that, and the other. But I've never desired to be that, because that's not my passion, that's not my purpose, that's not where I need to be. But I understand that there are people that have that as a passion. But when he was talking about it, what made me even take notice of it was what he was saying. And when you take out the entertainment industry and you just think about life in general, there are people that do not want you to succeed. They want to shut you out. They want to keep you down. They want to pull you down. They want to withhold any greatness from you. And they do not want to see you shine. They do not want to see you become what it is that you are supposed to become. But on the other hand, you have got to have the desire and the fortitude and the resilience to say, you know what, come what may, I am going to make this happen, and I am going to break into the plan for my life. I'm going to break into the purpose for my life. I'm going to break into this space that nobody wants me to have, because it is my space. It's my portion in life. It is my lot in life. I get to be who I was created to be. I get to do what I was made and created to do. And when you take on that mentality, when you take on that mindset, the transformation process is just the process you've got to go through to break through that cocoon, to break out of that jail cell, to break out of the normal thing that people have put you into because of your background, because of your education, because of the color of your skin, because of how you speak or when you speak, or who you're related to or who you're not related to, what your last name is, what your surname is. Because they have put you in a box, you've got to break out of that box and break into the space that belongs to you. Now, some people will say, well, Linda, that seems a little bit, contradictory to my gift will make room for me. Your gift will make room for you, but are you going in the direction that the gift is making the room? Or are you running the other way? Because it does not say Your gift is going to show you the way. The gift is going to make room for you if you're on the right path. I'm going to let that settle in for a minute because somebody just got an aha moment. Somebody listening to this, whether it's live or in the archives, just got, or the replay, just got an aha moment. They're like, that's what it is. It's not easy being a person of purpose. It's strategic being a person of purpose. It's intentional being a person of purpose. You've got to make up your mind that you are going to be what you were made and created to be, and you're going to do it, and you're going to do it well, come what may, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of the people that say no, regardless of the people that pat you on the back or don't pat you on the back, give you support or don't give you support, help you out or don't help you out, laugh at you, talk about you. It doesn't matter. I'm going to break into the space that has my name on it. I'm going to break into the space that was created for me. I'm going to break into the space and break out of this restrictive area that they want to keep me in so I can feel less than and lower than. I'm going to break out of that and break into my freedom. And it begins with strategic planning. It begins with setting a plan. If you don't plan, then you might as well plan to fail. But if you have a plan and you stick to that plan, your gift is going to make room for you. Your opportunities are going to avail, and you will get to see the manifestation of your vision, the manifestation of the plan that God has for you, the manifestation of who you truly are. And the vehicles that you get to use to get you to that manifested life is what you do. It's not who you are. So stop telling people when they say, who are you? Stop giving them a laundry list of titles. Because that's not who you are. You got to know who you are so you can strategically begin to plan your life. It's time for you to stop this self-pity party. Stop this negative thoughts. Stop this, I don't know how, and I don't know why, and I don't know who I am. Because I guarantee you, if you ask, it will be revealed. Who you truly are, what you were created to do, and why you are around for such a time as this. There are so many opportunities that you should be tapping into. And because you have not been strategic in your life, these opportunities are sitting there. And nobody, no one but you can take advantage of them. Because they're not made for me. They're not made for your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your friends. Not even your worst enemies can tap into it. Because it was made, that space was made for you. So you've got to break out of your shell. You got to break out of the cocoon. You got to break out of your negative thoughts. You got to break out of the normality that you call life and begin to visualize what life would be if you strategically, intentionally, and on purpose moved forward. That's what it's all about. That's why you're still alive. That's why you're still breathing. Utilize your time well. Utilize your time well. Because I guarantee you, anything you can come up with, the picture is so much grander. The picture is so much bigger. The picture is so much more vivid than you can ever imagine. But you have got to be strategic. You've got to be strategic. You got to want it. You got to need it. You got to eat it, sleep with it, think about it, mull it over, sit out in a field somewhere like a cow and chew the cud, because it's waiting for you to make up your mind that come what may, come hell or high water, whatever obstacles, whatever dangers, whatever failures, whatever successes, you are not going to stop until you see your vision manifest. And as quiet as it's kept, it's not even your vision. It's God's vision for you. I am Coach Linda. This is 100 Days of Purpose. And we're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it moving. We got less than 40 days to go. And we are coming upon the ascension. Actually, I think the ascension happened, I believe it happened today. Or maybe I think it happened today. Day 40 of Jesus being on the earth, walking around after his death. I believe it was today, Ascension Day. And then 10 days from now will be Pentecost Sunday. Pentecost. The upper room. They've gone, Jesus has ascended to heaven, and they've gone to Jerusalem to enter into the upper room, to tarry there until they be endued with power from on high. Power to live right, power to walk right, power to talk right, power to be who God created them to be, and to turn this world upside down. Wow. Anyway, I feel like preaching that thing, so I'm not going to do it, because this is Coach Linda, and this is 100 Days of Purpose. This is not New Life Ministries with Pastor Linda. We not doing it today. We not doing it. Okay, so here we go. We are done with today's session. Today's episode is over, and I'm going to wish you a swell night, a good night, And for those of you that don't know, I got my second shot today, and no side effects, no fevers, no achiness. Yeah, actually, my arm's a little stiff, but I think that's just because of the medicine that went in, and I keep moving it around and it's not bothering me too much. But that's about all. Is it's a little stiff. The muscle gets a little cramped, and I just move it around a little bit. And yeah, so I'm all vaccinated, 100% Pfizer, baby. And so, and like I said when I posted earlier, get to know the facts about the vaccination. Do not let people tell you not to take the vaccination because of something that they believe, or, all of that stuff. Because there's a lot of people out there saying a lot of stuff. But mostly everyone that I talk to say they want to get back to normal. And I'm like, well, this is the way we can get back to some form of normality, is that we need to get educated on the vaccination, understand that some of these people were working on a vaccination already because they already knew that something like this could happen. And so they were already working on a vaccine. And that's why Pfizer was able to come out with it as quick as they did. It had nothing to do with the government trying to track people and putting trackers in people, and it's not the mark of the beast and all of this craziness that's going on. I just wish people would read the Bible, get a true word from God, because God is not schizophrenic. He's not telling me one thing and telling somebody else something totally different. He is not at odds. He says a house divided will demolish itself. So his house is not divided. His people are divided, but he is not divided. He is one, and he is truth. He said, I am the way, the life, and the truth. And we need to look for the truth of the matter as Christians, as people of God, as people that say that we are the body of Christ. We need to be getting the truth of the matter and stop spreading this conspiracy, these conspiratorial lies. Yes, I made a word up. We need to stop doing that. And we need to get into our Bible and let God truly speak. That's all I'm saying. Get in your Bible, let God truly speak, and stop saying stuff that you hear on these social media things and taking it as news, because you won't go and do the research. Get educated. Get educated and make the right decision for you. Now, Pastor Linda, Coach Linda, Arthur Linda is not saying, go get vaccinated. I'm saying get educated and make the right choice for you and your family. It is a choice that you need to make for you and your family. Okay? That's what I'm saying. I made the choice for me. And so happened that the other people in my household made the choice for them, and they chose to get vaccinated. But I have family members that said they weren't going to do it. Okay. That's them. That's their choice. My choice is my choice. Their choice is their choice. Okay. But get the facts and make your choice based on what is right for you and your family. All right. That's all I got to say. I'm going to get off my soapbox. But this chick right here is fully vaccinated. I'm still social distancing. I got my little mask that says back up. If you get too close, I'm going to still be like, back up, 6 feet, baby, get back. You know what I'm saying? Because I recognize that we still have variances and other stuff that's out there. And I'm like, I just want to stay safe. I'm not afraid of COVID. I'm not afraid of any disease, because I serve a God that is a healer. And if that's the way he wants me to go out, then that's the way I'm going to go out. But I'm going to make sure that I do everything within my power to make sure that I'm healthy, and prosperous. How about that? Because that's the will of the Lord for my life. He says, I would that you be healthy, in good health, and prosper. So that's what this chick is going to do. I'm going to be in good health and prosper because that is his will for me. That is his will for you. And so make your decision based on the facts, not based on rumor. Okay? Not lies, not stuff that's been conjured up, not emotional fanaticism. Not that. Put it on the facts. What does the facts say? All right? You be blessed, be encouraged. Until next time, this is 100 Days of Purpose. I am Coach Linda, and I am out.